So here is the high beam, here is the low beam, and it is throwing a lot of light. So I can't wait to get this out and do some nighttime riding. I'm Steve, and this is the Top bike light. It is the 1800 lumens for LEDs. Let's get into this thing. I'm excited. I want to show you the contents of the box. You get the user guide, the mounting bracket, USB cord, and the light itself. Let me show you the light itself. I will say that it is weighty. That is a good thing. It does not feel cheap. It has some good, decent weight to it. It looks and feels high quality. You've got USB ports back here for charging. So there are those ports for charging. Up here you've got a display here that tells you your time remaining. That button is for high beam. That button there is for low beam. And here are your LED bulbs. And one thing I like is that not only is it a bike light, it feels like it would make a very good flashlight as well. On the high beam, click it once to turn on. You can click it again and it'll lower. Click it again, it'll dim it more. Click it again and it'll turn it off. So if you have the high beam on by clicking once and then you double click, you get the strobe. I'm not pointing it right at the camera because I don't think you would be able to see the effect. It's very, very bright. Okay, I'm going to repeat the process for the low beam. These two lower lamps, these are for low beam. So if you click the low beam once, lights come on. If you double click it, you will get a SOS. Click it and turn it off. And also just turn it back on and then click it again. It'll dim. Click it again. It'll dim even further, and then click it and it'll turn off. So this is straight out of the box. I haven't even charged it yet. I'm going to click the high beam and it's going to tell me 353 left. Click it again, dim it. 6 hours and 24 minutes left on that one. Click it again on the lowest of the high, and that's 10 hours and 41 seconds left. Click it again to turn it off. All right, let's do the same thing for the low beam. Click it. It turns on. 3 hours and 50 minutes. Dim it once. 6 hours, 18 minutes left. Click it again. 10 hours and 41 minutes. Click it off. Now, of course, that is just out of the box. I haven't charged it. I expect these values to increase with me giving it a full charge. All right, I want to show you how the bracket works. Real simple. Simply just slide it on. It locks in place. And then it's got a quick release here, and just pull it, and that's how easy it will be to take it off your bike handlebar. Depending on the diameter of your handlebar, they give you these inserts if you need to make up or take away some diameter to make it fit properly. On my bike, I have some extra stuff set up so I can mount accessories, but here's what the mount is going to look like on my bike. Here is the Top bike light mounted on my bike. I'm in my garage and it's daytime, but I'm going to try to make it as dark as possible and show you this light. There's the high beam. A little bit lower, I dimmed it again, turn it off. I'm back to the high beam. Now I'm going to double click the high beam. That gives you the strobe effect. All right, that was the high. Let's go to the low. There's the low. I'm going to dim it once, dim it twice. Now it's off. Back to the low beam. Double click the low beam. And there is your SOS. And once more with the high beam. Dim it twice, and off. Man, this light is throwing a bunch of light in my garage. Let me give you a shot of the high beam and the low beam both turned on at the same time. So here is the high beam, here is the low beam, and it is throwing a lot of light. So I can't wait to get this out and do some nighttime riding. Okay, if you're looking at the RAR Top bike light, I hope you have found this video helpful. Thanks for watching.